Welcome to the Making of YOR, a podcast where we turn ideas into game mechanics for our upcoming tabletop RPG, YOR. If you'd like to stay up to date on the developments of YOR, head over to our Discord. Link is in the description.
Episode 33, y'all. This may be the last one of these you hear for a while.
Yeah.
Not because we're going to stop, but we're going to do something else.
Yeah, I think maybe we mentioned it on the last one. I don't know. We took a week break, but we're going to start doing some playtesting on Fridays. So the podcast episodes will cease for a while because we need to make sure that everything we've made actually works.
Yeah, they'll be exchanged from game design videos to game testing videos.
Yes. And eventually we want to make an actual play, and we're putting together a lot of the pieces for that, but that could still be months. So
yeah, that's next year, guys. Next year.
But we need to, we're pretty close to doing a rewrite, I think.
Yeah.
Or at least the start of a rewrite so that we can release like a game document.
Yeah, an alpha, and then next year you guys will have a public beta.
Yes. Yeah, we'll get an alpha. We'll get it in some testing with a few groups that we already know want to play and have asked for it.
Yeah.
And then eventually probably just post it in the Discord once we get the beta going.
Yeah.
Make it real public. I don't know. We might just put it in the Discord when we have an alpha.
Yeah, we're like, all right, yeah, this is our... If you know about the Discord, you're probably cool to play it.
Yeah, the thing's going to be free anyway, so it's not like...
Oh, no, they're stealing our rules.
Yeah, it's whatever. All right, but we were... I think we actually had planned on maybe starting playing this week, but we didn't quite finish classes.
Yeah, we got a few more turkey times left to go.
Yep. Artificer is still basically nothing.
Yeah, that's we have a class named Artificer and nothing else.
We think we will have a class named Artificer. I would like to have one.
Yeah, Artificer is just such a cool archetype.
It's just hard to make, especially the way we want to make it.
Yeah.
Which is not just a spellcaster.
Yeah, like, hey, what if spellcaster, but different?
Instead, we needed to create a full item system.
Yeah.
And I think we have a lot of that. And Artificer, the way we're making Artificer is so fundamentally like different than the way like D&D made an Artificer that like a couple of classes where we're playing with parts of our own rule set. Again,
yes,
most of our rule set is really original.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're interacting with that rule set in kind of an unconventional way with certain classes, and Artificer is one of those. And then, of course, something like, Criminal has like the boss, which is going to have some weird interactions.
Yeah, I'm still excited for the muscle. I can't wait to play a wrestler.
Yeah, I want to play muscle and I want to play boss. All the criminal ones look really fun.
Yeah, they look super cool.
Yeah, Hitman's cool, but I think he's just good.
Yeah, he's just this is just combat. He's good at that.
Yeah,
be sneaky, fuck somebody up.
We've got a couple of blue tech stuff. Oh no, that was for the Ranger. Yeah, I think we just need to play test that. Leave it the way it is. Which, let's see, we've got Curse of Sloth was something I wanted to look at and decide if we wanted to keep that the way it is. Action, 2 sagacity, target must have the witch's mark.
Yeah, I feel like we can probably come up with something better than Curse of Sloth.
I mean, it is generically good in that they lose an action, quick action, or move action.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we just need to change the name.
Yeah, maybe. Although I think we should probably... The thing is, we probably want to change lose action or move action and eliminate the quick action thing.
Yeah.
Because otherwise...
I don't have a quick action. I lose that. Nothing changes.
Yeah. So we may come up with a different name, and I'll delete quick action for now because it's the target that chooses.
Mm-hmm.
So it really should be action or move action. It is pretty strong. I don't think it's bad.
Yeah, no, it's
pretty terrible for a like a boss.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's too weak. I just don't know if it's in theme, but I don't hate it.
We don't have a save on it currently.
Oh, it's true.
It feels like that is, especially since it's going to be till the end of combat is how we have it. I think that probably needs a save.
Yeah, maybe it's a save to get the action back. Like it lasts
like
until the end of combat, and you got to make a save every turn to see if you can do both.
Okay. You think mind or body? That could justify either.
Yeah, I was maybe either.
Okay. You may choose. It's always going to be against the better save.
Yeah, they get to pick the better save. That feels fair, especially since it lasts until the end of combat.
Yeah, because it is pretty awful, like, especially for only 2.
Yeah,
like this is not going to be something you put on a mook.
Yeah,
but you will put it on a boss, and it could be pretty devastating to that boss. Okay, cool. I think that's a good balance for that. We may change the name, but I don't really care about that right now.
That's flavor right now, and we're gonna do a rewrite later.
Okay, Scholar.
All right. We got to change arithmancy from mathlete.
Because that is that in a different class right now?
Yeah, it's the
we copied that ability from somebody else.
I think it's cultist cleric gets that.
Yeah, and I think it makes more sense
on the cultist cleric.
Yeah, I remember looking through and reading it after we'd made it and being like, "Wait a minute,
hang on, this rhymes."
I think I've seen this before.
I don't know. Do we want to? I feel like we could definitely change the archetypes like we did for the witch, like some scholar of forbidden lore kind of thing.
Yeah. So we could give each one of them like a lost spell, each.
Yeah.
Whatever you call it. Each
we
archetype.
could make a lost spell for them.
Yeah, that might be good. I don't know, though. Maybe it's okay if Scholar has, Scholar and Cleric have a feature that's similar. I don't know that I actually have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Right now, the Clerics is 1 downtime action.
Yeah.
And this one is 3.
True.
This one's quite a bit worse.
Yeah. Maybe change it to general knowledge.
Yes. I think you're right. Do you think it should be 1 or 2 downtime?
I think 2.
Because I feel like 3 is a bit much.
Yeah, no,
I think it should be worse than the Clerics because this guy's trying to figure a thing out and the Cleric is cheating.
Yes, he's asking for answers to the test.
Yes. And obviously the cheating should be easier.
The Cleric is asking the teacher for help.
We might end up writing something into the Clerics that kind of implies like, this can somehow go wrong too.
Yeah.
Because,
if your god's mad at you, this goes really bad.
Or better yet, the fact that the DM has it, which in this scenario, it's very easy for it to be like you get bad information.
Yeah.
Of course, you could do it with arithmancy too.
Mm-hmm.
Is that, you just make poor calculations and so now you believe something
I'm doing 1,000 calculations a second and all of them are wrong.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. That's kind of up to, I guess, a GM to play with.
Yeah, that's on you, bud. Take some agency for your own shit.
Yeah. Is there anything else in Scholar that you think needs to be messed with?
I feel like Quiet, we should change that to a lost spell instead of the silent spell.
Okay. What does silence do? I'm going to go read that.
Yeah.
Because I think it should probably be just like silence plus.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So the silence right now is a range 30 feet, 1 resource. It lasts for 1 round. Target creature cannot produce sound. And then they make a save, and on a failed save, target creature can't use abilities that cost resource.
Oh.
So we could do that. We could make it cost more.
Yeah.
And we could make it like an area effect or something.
Oh, it's a dome that does that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
like everybody quiet down.
Yeah. Aura of quietude.
Yeah. Like it just shuts down resource spending.
Yeah.
Thing is, though, it would probably need to affect everyone.
Yes, it affects everybody within a certain range of you, not just enemies.
Yeah, because it's too powerful if it only affects enemies. But everyone has to make a save.
Yep.
To be able to use resource.
Yeah, I like that. An area of effect.
Centered on them or centered on a locate?
Centered on them.
Should be, yeah. Does it affect them?
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe they are silenced, but their resource gain isn't affected.
Well, it's not resource gain, it's spend.
Oh, spend, yeah.
It prevents anyone from using resource.
Okay, so yeah, I think they're also as affected as anyone else.
Okay. Well, if you fail the mind save.
If you fail the mind save,
you can't use resource. What if they can use, what if it's that they can't cast spells?
Yeah.
But they can use their Who Fights Fair features.
Oh, yeah.
Of social distancing,
yeah.
Sweep the leg, and you can't see me.
I like that, yeah.
The librarian who beats you up.
Yeah. The Dewey Decimated System.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that's a great name for a character. Dewey Decimator.
Dewey Decimator. Well, I know what the librarian I'm playing is going to be called. Half Dragon Librarian. Dewey Decimator.
That's pretty cool. Anything else?
I think it looks pretty good.
All right. We'll leave it there and start testing it.
Heck yeah.
Immortal?
Shadow Diplomat doesn't feel perfect. That feels really tacked on, but I don't know.
Yeah, he's been reworked twice now.
Yep.
Because I don't know what we had there before. And then, you wanted teleporty guy. So we built the Shadow Diplomat.
Yeah, it was just the idea I had. I don't think his features are bad. I just don't know if he...
Maybe it's just not enough.
Yeah. He could use like a spicier...
Yeah, because right now he's just a +1 to finesse or influence. And then his feature, Dark Dealings, 1 vigor, teleport to a shadow.
Yeah.
Range 60 feet. Your next attack deals 2 extra damage. And then he has Dark Vision.
Mm-hmm.
Which isn't bad. There aren't many sources of Dark Vision.
No, that's hard to get if you didn't get born with it. Maybe he needs something more interesting than +1 finesse or influence.
Yeah. We did change a lot of those types of features into something else.
Yeah. What's a good diplomacy feature?
Maybe he has an ability that if a dialogue encounter is starting to go south, he can just like dip out.
Oh yeah.
He can just like bounce. Like create a distraction and
pop smoke.
Yeah, pop smoke and just leave.
Yeah, it's if a social encounter devolves to combat, you can pop smoke and leave before the combat starts.
Or you're able to reposition before the combat starts. Like,
well, I think you can preemptively take the flee action.
So you can totally leave your allies.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, but you can. I forgot. Let me look at our flee rules again.
That's just an action you take on your first turn, isn't it?
Well, flee is a full round action, must not have an adjacent enemy or an enemy that can contest from a distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had talked about that, being able to flee. And we never wrote down like you could flee for free on the first round of combat.
Yeah.
Because we ended up doing that long restructuring of how flee worked.
Yeah.
So that we have a really cool like chase mechanic.
Yeah.
So you can flee whenever you want. It's just a full round action.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure if it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But I don't know that it's particularly good.
Yeah. It may not.
I think we should also probably rework Ascetic a little bit.
Yeah. He needs statuses.
Yeah. I think that would go a long way to fixing.
I think you're right. A ninja utility ability. Maybe like a passive stealth thing.
Yeah. Something that might have value out of combat.
Yeah. You can treat shadows as tier 0 cover.
That's pretty cool.
It's super easy. You see a shadow and pop into it.
I like it.
Hell yeah. Simple, effective. I really want to give him something at tier 3 that's like along the lines of who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men. The shadow knows. Because that's such a creepy thing for the hero to say. If you guys didn't listen to radio plays from like the 40s, you're missing out.
Yeah, I've heard the bit before. Yeah, maybe we can come up with something for tier 3. I mean, everything here feels like, especially since he took away the one influence thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like diplomat. It's just like shadow guy.
Yeah, it's shadow guy. Ascetic guy, shadow guy, key blast guy.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't really. He just feels like he plays well with shadows,
Yeah.
which is not a problem. But I do like the possibility of immortals having some kind of like the idea that they feel like a station.
Yeah.
You know, like they're the kind of they're people who would be in important positions, or they would be looked to, you know, like for their
Wisdom.
yeah. So like, you know, shadow diplomat is kind of like a counselor to leaders, and the ascetic is like a sage, you know, that
Yeah.
you would find.
I like that kind of vibe.
I don't know what to do with Key Blast guy. He's just Goku, I
Yeah,
guess.
he's just
but
Goku. You put the power of friendship.
he's the opposite of wisdom. He's just a guy that can shoot beams out of his hands.
I shall defeat you. The power of friendship and ionizing radiation.
I think I want to reword how the Stairway to Heaven skill works.
Yeah.
Two vigor. I think I should change it to a weak fly speed
Yes.
instead of the way we had phrased it. And it's probably just a weak fly speed because duration is the only thing to.
Yeah, it's a weak fly speed. You already have to land on the ground, so
Yeah.
that's easy.
How long should they gain it for?
Um,
Just the one turn?
yeah,
or
I
do you
think it's
think-
just the one turn. It's like that bulletproof monk thing. You're trying to pretend like the air is stone.
Yeah. I think maybe it should be one vigor, though.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I probably want to bump their speed down to like plus 15 feet.
Yeah. You had a lot of fun with that when we were first making it. I was like, 30 feet right at the start.
So fast.
I was like, I think this guy's going to end up being like,
Too
we
fast.
talking about the other things you could get. And I was like, this guy's going to be running like 30 miles an hour.
This guy outruns cars. No, I think this is pretty good.
Yeah, I think 15 feet's probably a better balance. I think the vampire gets more than that, but the vampire's a
Supernatural.
yeah,
And
supernatural
to a degree that this isn't.
and it's a boon class,
Yep.
which is
So
a
they can be
different
both.
it's a different balance scaling.
Yeah, he got fast in a different way. Key blast guy, no notes. That is right on. Maybe we want to give him a passive feature.
All right, we should probably come up with an actual name because that might help determine, or we'll come up with a cool passive feature and then figure out what his
Maybe,
actual
yeah.
name should be. Because right now he is just that's the reason I put Key Blast guy.
Yeah, he's defined by his key blasts.
Yeah. Yeah. Should we just like take something that's a stereotype of Goku and make it a feature? Maybe not.
Yeah, I was trying to think of like because he's from Journey to the West. I can't think of what they call those fucking people. Way of the thing longer.
What if he can detect something
Oh.
like in other people?
We got rid of that thing from the witch. We could give that to him. He can sense life within 30 feet of him.
Oh, yeah. We took that away from. Yeah. Okay.
We could call him the Vitalist. Something like that. Vitae Immortal. A synonym for life. Pizzazz.
Well, and I'm thinking like you said, vitality, sort of like a Jedi almost.
Yeah.
You know, like in tune with because you know he's like hitting people with punches at a distance, and he's you know shooting laser beams.
I don't know. We
Like-
got the shadow one. Maybe we make him the light one.
Light.
Yeah, like a solar immortal.
I don't have a problem with that. Part of me had thought because when we talked about this originally, especially the first feature,
Yeah,
where natural weapon attacks gain a range of 30 feet until end of turn,
yeah,
we would very specifically like we didn't want to give it too much theme
yeah.
because we wanted this to be like available to look
However you wanted it. Yeah, I think,
kind of customizable,
yeah. Okay, so
which we could abandon that. We could just go with it's, you know, light. If we do light, we could change. I don't know. Maybe we wouldn't change the damage type.
yeah. Now I like Vitae, something like that. The long arm of the law.
What would be something to put with just vitality?
Um,
Or I guess I don't know if Vitalist is a proper.
I mean, it can be.
Can be for us, I guess.
Yeah.
Because Vitality does definitely work with that final feature that we just came up with, like sense all living creatures in 30 feet.
Yeah, I mean, I think just call it the Vitalist. I know it's not our best name, but surely we'll come up with something better in the coming weeks before your open beta.
Yeah. All right, the Vitalist. Yeah, the Vitalist, the Ascetic, the Shadow Diplomat, the Shadowist.
The Shadowist. The Shady. Vitalist Immortal. A Shade Immortal.
The Shade.
The Shade, yeah.
I don't know. These all feel like people that a leader would want around.
Absolutely. You're like, oh, this guy's just fucking handy. He's either got 2 actions or he's got helping hands.
You either hire him as an assassin or you hire him as a bodyguard.
Yeah, a bodyguard, a soldier. These feel like they would fit in literally any party.
The Vitalist would make a great bodyguard because you can't really sneak up on him.
Yeah, he can beat people up from a distance. He can fuck them up real bad, really fast. He can sort of fly. Yeah, I like this.
Yeah. So now we just probably need to rework the Ascetic to have statuses.
Oh man, my gnome Shade Immortal. I'm here to eat your children.
Just a real villain.
Yeah.
Just a chaos villain.
Yeah, I'm a bad guy that you hired me to help you.
Yeah, I have no real long-term motivation.
You keep using this word morals. Yeah, what is good and evil? I survive.
The morals, I think I ate those last week.
Yeah, those are mushrooms, right? Look like weird ball sacks. Ascetic. I think the name is fine.
Yeah.
What are our statuses? So rattled, we already have that.
Yeah, I think he should have rattled.
Yeah, rattled status.
Because he should be able to inflict rattled out of combat.
Mm-hmm. Rattled, shocked.
Well, shocked is actually supposed to come from lightning damage.
Oh, so does it? Okay.
Rattled, I don't remember what it comes from.
Oh, yeah. It's mind save, so it's just whacking him in the head, I think.
Yeah, well, it is, but I think he can maybe do it without whacking him in the head.
Yeah, he can do it from just a touch.
I think he's just really good at dialogue scenarios.
Yeah.
Probably people have a hard time like overcoming the Ascetic in a debate.
Yes.
So rattled is good. Do we want him to have stunned?
I mean, that'd be pretty good.
It's pretty typical D&D stuff.
Yeah, we can make
stunning fist, essentially.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Slap a sense out of somebody. Yeah, so I would go rattled, stunned, and insensate.
What about brittle?
That's more like acid, isn't it?
Acid is the force behind it in our game currently.
Yeah.
What about untargetable? We don't have it defined down here, but we know it's a status for a couple of features. Or one in particular, the sorcerer.
Yeah.
Has the angel thing that makes him untargetable.
Yeah. How many does he have right now?
He has 3 things right now that he can do. The Ascetic does.
Yeah.
But I kind of think all of them should go away and they should just become statuses.
Yeah, agreed. Damp doesn't fit. Rattled fits. Shocked doesn't fit. Burning doesn't fit. Stunned, pretty good, but fits. Chilled doesn't fit. Bleeding doesn't really fit. Afraid could work, but it's weird to do that when you're already adjacent to them.
Yeah.
Insensate, slowed, off balance, enthralled.
Yeah, insensate, off balance. Definitely, I think, make a lot of sense as options.
Yeah. Maybe we just get new ones. What,
I don't know, though. I mean, we could just do insensate, not super useful in combat, but useful out of combat.
Yeah.
Rattled, not useful really in combat, unless you have an ally who's going to make them make a mind save, in which case it's useful in combat.
Yeah.
Off balance depending on your composition or how you plan to interact with them, also potentially quite useful in combat.
Yeah.
I feel like Insensate and Rattled, they're different.
Yeah.
But they also kind of have a similar overlap in like they're affecting someone's mind.
Yeah.
I don't know if they should have both of those.
Yeah. I feel like humility is good for stunned.
Okay. That's obviously the best one in combat. Yeah. And now it's actually reasonable that it costs 3.
Yep. I feel like Insensate could be for temperance. What do you think? Slowed for patience?
So maybe Insensate. Do you think it should just work like these and cost resource? Or do you think it should only be usable out of combat?
I think they can use it out of combat with our charge up rules.
Okay. Well, my I guess question on that though becomes, how will they use it if they're using resource, which we know is a thing you can see and tell it's going to happen at a range of touch?
Yeah.
It might just be cool that like maybe instead of a resource cost, as long as you maintain physical contact with someone, you can cause them to experience the insensate status.
Yeah. Maybe Ascetic has a thing that calls out that you can't tell when he's charging resource. Maybe that's like his thing.
Just the Ascetic?
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe that's a thing of all immortals. Maybe they don't have the same visual indicators that they're juicing.
Can't tell that Key Blast guy is charging a Key Blast. That feels like that could be a problem.
Yeah. Why is he going, Kame? Don't name your moves, dickhead. They know. Maybe we just leave them in combat for now, and at tier 3, it changes.
Okay. Well, I know that like 9 times out of 10, that feature, people are going to want to use it creatively out of combat.
Yeah.
Like, there's just a limited number of times that in middle of combat, you would spend 2 resource and your action to just make someone automatically fail awareness checks.
Okay. I mean, maybe we don't have to. We can just have it as a free thing that they can do.
I think as long as you maintain physical contact or whatever, you touch them and they gain the status for 1 turn, I guess it could just be that.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something there.
Yeah, I don't know, because letting them do it whenever feels too good.
Yeah, it feels too abusable.
Yeah.
But if it takes resource and you have to charge it, it feels like something that you'll never use. And I kind of want to find a middle ground where it's something that you can use out of combat in a fun way to do something, but not, you can just do this all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
or like it's conditional enough that's like, you know, that it's hard.
I mean, there's got to be some way to tie it in with our already done charge up rules. I mean, I don't think it's that bad just to let them charge it up and they have to be sneaky about it.
Okay. Yeah, they just have to figure out a way to cover what they're doing.
Yeah.
We should give some thought to that. Maybe I'll go down to working concepts and throw in a thing or actually I'll put it wherever we have out of combat resource use.
Yeah.
That's something we should consider what it should look like. Because this is something that I think we need to define better and not leave up to GMs. We should define.
Yeah.
If we're going to allow some of this out of combat.
What if it's spells that have the out of combat?
No, because there's some things that are very much like spells that aren't spells.
Yeah. Okay.
And you still have like smites.
Yeah.
And smite's like a very like clearly should be a very clearly like aggressive action that you don't want a player.
I don't know. I think this is good for now. I think it could probably be better, but I don't know that the immortal needs to be a whole lot better.
No, I think it's fine. I think we can pretty much
I think this one's hard enough to use that you got to like be sneaky about getting in there and popping this guy so that the rogue can sneak through real easy.
Yeah, I just think we need to test how that should look so that we can at least like provide like an example scenario in a book.
Yeah.
That's like, here's how you could use this tactically. Here's what our rules look like for like a sneaky encounter where you're just trying to get around people. Because you are having to touch someone.
Yeah. I don't know. I think we have enough rules to cover it. We probably do need to be a little more deliberate on what exactly it looks like when you're charging one of these up.
Because it takes two, because you'd have to be able to stand next to the person for 12 seconds, right? Because they're 2 full round actions.
Yeah.
You'd have to get to them and then have 12 seconds where you're able to stand and they don't move for 12 seconds. And then you hit them with it. That is tough.
I think this is probably more useful in combat when you want that to you're trying to get your rogue a place to hide so he can get cover and get away or something.
Well, I don't know. We have the take cover is just an action now, and you hide whenever you take cover.
Yeah, but this prevents you from knowing what cover they hid behind.
Sure.
So if you run around the corner of that wall, I don't know where you are, but I know you're over there. But in this case, they would automatically fail the awareness check, so they wouldn't know they ran around behind the wall. Maybe they need another ability other than Insensate.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I think Insensate's a cool status.
Yeah.
I don't know if we've given it to anything yet. Maybe
Does maybe Insensate works better as the 1 cost? Because that's just 1 round of planning rather than 2.
Yeah. Well, let's just try it there.
Okay.
We'll try it at the 1 cost. How do we think that they're doing this? Is it, without giving it, too much theme, they touch them and they
cause some soul distortion,
cause a delirium of sorts.
Yeah, have you ever looked at something and then your brain just could not comprehend what it was you were looking at, and then all of a sudden it clicks into place? You're like, oh, that's like a table with a weird bag on it. That split second of your brain can't identify the thing in front of it. I imagine that's sort of what it's doing.
Should we call it discombobulate?
Yeah, I'm happy with that. I like the whatever
the way we had done it.
The virtues. I think we can just still name it temperance.
Okay.
And then maybe slowed is pretty good. They need a thing that buffs their damage.
Well, that's where we could do brittle.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was thinking of, brittle as a way to buff damage.
Yeah.
It wouldn't just be their damage, it'd be everybody's damage though against that target.
Yeah. It wouldn't help them because all their stuff's natural weapon.
Oh, natural weapons don't get buffed by...
They don't get buffed by brittle or hampered by chilled or whatever.
Do they not?
Well, no, because minimum damage is still 4, whatever.
Oh, well, brittle is +3 damage.
Oh, is it? I thought brittle was max damage.
I thought brittle was +3 physical.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, brittle is +3 physical. The chilled is the weekend or the minimum damage. That's right. Yeah,
I don't remember which one was.
Yeah, no, I think brittle could work fine then.
Yeah, I think there is one that something you deal max damage. I just don't remember which one
it was. Yeah, maybe it was what? No, I think they all did. I can't remember. We did talk about that. Maybe
we ended up not making the one that is. You deal max
damage. Yeah, we decided it worked better somewhere else. But I never remember talking about that.
Yeah, we talked about one, but I think brittle changed to +3 because we'd used +3 on so many of the others.
Yeah, I think brittle would work fine for a 2 vigor. Maybe 2 vigor and combine it with a basic attack.
Okay.
Diligence.
Diligence or strength? Or
kindness.
Do you think that attack gains the benefit, or is it that they become brittle after the attack?
I think that attack gains the benefit.
Gains the benefit, and there is no save, actually.
Yeah, I think that.
I really remember that type of status doesn't need a save because it's not.
It's just damage.
Yeah.
It doesn't take away agency. It just hurts.
What do you want to call it?
I just think diligence, that fits with the virtues theme we've put in here.
Alrighty. Well, I think that pretty much finishes the Immortal. So,
do you want to put in you have to you eat and drink once a week instead of every day?
Do we want that to start now?
Well, I think like not a you can't like get rid of this, but like you have to do it less.
Okay. For all of them?
I think just the aesthetic. I think he might be one stage ahead of everybody. So next stage, everybody else gets the you only have to eat and drink once a week. And then he goes up to you don't have to eat and drink at all. And then at tier 4, you also don't have to breathe.
Okay. Added.
Hell yeah.
Only have to eat once a week.
All right. And then Artificer's all we have left, right?
Yep. We'll start working on that on Wednesday. It might take the whole thing. All of Wednesday.
Yeah, we may do just that on Wednesday.
And I doubt our first pass will be like play ready.
Yeah, it'll be like, all right, this is not ass good enough.
Yeah, it'll take some work, but we got plenty of other to start play testing. So
heck yeah.
All right, well, next week, guys, we'll start play testing videos.
Catch y'all on the flip side.